In this class, I'll be walking you through the last principle, the last formula, the last mnemonic to apply when you have questions being asked on the order of adverbs in the English language. Already, we have two videos in this series. The first was on the use of NPT to attempt questions, especially when you have those questions being asked on adverb manner, place, and time. In that order, in that structure, the formula is NPT. You have adverb of manner coming first and then followed by that of place, and after that, you have that of time. However, in the second video, I did talk about the general rule to reply when you have questions being asked on 5 different adverbs, and I'm talking about the adverb of manner, place, time, frequency, and purpose. In the order of NPFTP, you have the formula to use when you have this particular structure with adverb of manner coming first, followed by place, followed by frequency, by time, and then purpose. NPFTP. That is the formula you're going to use when you have questions on those 5 adverbs. However, today, the focus is going to be on the order of adverb of time. Remember that the adverb of time is just one out of the 8 or 9 types of adverbs we have in the English language. So when you have questions primarily asked on the ordering of adverb of time, what structure, what formula do you use? That is exactly what we want to look at in this class. Now to the rule. When you have questions primarily on the adverb of time, the logic, the formula to use is to move, to start your answer from the specific time to the most general. What I'm trying to say is the formula says you move from you move from specific to general. You know that the standard unit of time is in the seconds, right? So after second you have minutes, after minutes you have hour, after hour you have days, after days you have weeks, after weeks you have months, after months you have year. You know, just like that. So you move from the smallest unit of time to the biggest. That is the structure to apply. That's the structure you use when you have questions being asked on the right ordering of adverbs of time. You move from specific to general. For example, you move from the smallest time to the bigger one, to the bigger one, to the bigger one, to the bigger one, until you move to the most general. So if you're talking about, for example, you're talking about seconds, okay, you want to talk about seconds, you want to talk about minutes, you want to talk about weeks, you want to talk about months, you want to talk about, let's put it this way, you want to talk about evening, okay, all in the same breath. You want to talk about evening, you want to talk about second, minutes, evening, weeks, months. Now, what's the smallest unit of time here? The first would be, you move from second. After second, you graduate to minutes, right? Okay, we don't have hours here, no hours. Now, okay, after minutes, we don't have days, okay, but we have evening. Now, evening should come next. We have seconds, 1, minutes, followed by evening, okay? After evening, evenings will graduate into weeks, then weeks graduate into months. So you move from the specific unit of timing to the more general. So the formula is pretty easy, simple. You move from specific to general. That is the principle you apply when you have series of timing being listed in a sentence. You move from the specific to the general. And we're going to use this question to analyze that principle. So let's take the question. Remember, you have to move from specific to general. That is what the rule states. The question says, I will visit you, dash. I will visit you, dash. Option A, I will visit you in 2027 in March in the second week on Monday at 5 p.m. Option B, at 5 p.m. on Monday in the second week of March in 2027. C, on Monday at 5 p.m. in the second week of March 2027. D, in March and the second week on Monday at 5 p.m. 2027. Now let's use that logic. Let's apply that logic, the principle, to option A. Remember, you're moving from specific to the general. Now you have, let's look at this, we have 2027. That's year, right? We have a year. Okay, what else do we have in the option? March. We have March. March is what? Month. It's talking about month, right? Okay. Second week. Okay, we have week. Been mentioned in the same breath. Week here. Okay, of course that's week. That's right. Second week. We have second week. That's what we have in the passage, in the question, second week. Second week, and that's talking about week, obviously. Okay, after week, we have Monday. Monday is talking about days. Monday is day. Monday is day. Okay, 5 p.m. is talking about the exact time. 5 p.m. is talking about the exact time. Exact time. Exact time. Now, how do we move? Remember, you have to move from the most specific to the general, from the smallest unit of timing to the biggest, to the highest. I mean, from the smallest to the smaller to the small. That is the structure we're going to apply here. So when you have exact time, you have day, you have week, you have month, and you have year. You will understand that for us to have a day, you must have an exact time. Minutes, hours must come together first of all. Hours make 5 p.m., right? Hours come together to form Monday, so the right thing should be the exact time, specific, should be the first. Days, 5 p.m. should come first. Monday should come second, right? And then week should come next. And then you have the month coming fourth. And then you have the year being the general time, which is number 5. Whatever option that doesn't align with this structure, with this movement, is wrong because the logic is simple. You move from specific to the more general timing. So here we have in 2027 year, that's wrong, right? Wrong, because year shouldn't start because you can move from the year. Rather, you move from second to minute, from minute to hours, from hours to days, from days to week, and from weeks you have months, and months you have year. So starting with the year is wrong. From the general, you're wrong. From the general, this option is wrong. You have March coming next now. This option is obviously wrong. Using this principle of specificity to the general. Now, option B, we have at 5 p.m., which is the exact time, specific time. At 5 p.m. on Monday. Okay, so this is 1, right? On Monday, okay, that is day number 2. This is right. Okay. Then let's see. In the second week of March, in the second week comes next. That's correct. Okay. So we have 1, we have 2, we have 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That's right. We should have month next. Let's see. In the second week of March. Okay. We have month. This is also very correct. Okay. Then year 2027. Option B is the right answer. So the full option should be, the full sentence should be, I'll visit you at 5 p.m. on Monday and the second week of March 2027. Let's check option C. On Monday, I'll see you on Monday. Monday is talking about the day of the week. So we're starting from number 2. Then after number 2, we move to number 1. It makes no sense. You don't start counting from 2 before mentioning what. Rather, you start from 1, which is the smallest. You move to 2, to 3, to 4, and that way. Now, let's check option D in March. I'll see you in March. This is March. We're talking about months. Month is number 4. Do you start counting from 4? No. Rather, you start counting from 1. That is why this option is equally wrong. So the right answer to this structure, to this question, is option B. Remember, when you have to order the adverb of time, the logic is simple. Move from the smallest unit of timing to the highest. Like you're counting from 1, you move to 2, to 3, to 4. From the specific to the general. From the narrow to the wide. That is what this principle is about. And with that, we've come to the end of the series on the order of adverbs in the English language. Remember, in the first video, we talked about MPT, manner, place, and time. In the second video, we talked about MPFTP, manner, place, frequency, time, and purpose. And today is actually about the order of adverbs of time. In the next class, I'm going to be testing you on these 3 principles we've talked about, maybe with 3 or 4 questions. One will require you to use MPT. The next question will require you to use maybe MPFTP. And the next question will be on the order of adverbs of time. See you next time. Keep learning right. Keep writing right. Bye.